Have you ever really stopped to think about the journey your food takes to get to your plate? We picture this clean, simple path from a farm to our table. But the truth? Well, it's often a chaotic, confusing, and frankly, a pretty dangerous mess. So today, we're going to unpack that chaos and look at a technology that could totally revolutionize how we trust what we eat.
All right, let's just start with a number. 600 million. According to the World Health Organization, that's how many people get sick from contaminated food every single year. That's almost 1 out of every 10 people on the entire planet. This isn't some minor issue, it's a full-blown global health crisis.
And it gets worse. Of those 600 million people, 420,000 of them die. So we're not just talking about an upset stomach here. The stakes are literally life and death, all because the system we have for tracking and verifying our food is fundamentally broken. Now, on top of that tragic human cost, there's this staggering financial one. Food fraud, and that's everything from someone mislabeling fish to watering down olive oil. It costs the global economy an estimated $40 billion a year. That is a massive, massive price tag for a simple lack of trust.
So, you have to ask, why is this even happening? Well, the heart of the problem can be summed up in just a few words: the global food paper jam. The entire system that moves food across borders is just drowning in a sea of paperwork, and it has created a system that is just completely broken.
Let me make this real for you. Imagine you're trying to import just one shipment of, say, avocados. Just one. To do that, you might have to manage over 30 separate documents. We're talking about endless email chains, faxes, customs forms, even back and forth WhatsApp messages. It's an absolute logistical nightmare just waiting for something to go wrong.
And just look at this mess. You've got invoices, bills of lading, health certificates. The list just goes on and on and on. And here's the scary part. One tiny typo, a single misplaced decimal point on any one of these forms can get the entire shipment rejected. We're talking millions of dollars lost and tons of perfectly good food just wasted.
This quote from a WHO report just hits the nail on the head. It's not just that the system is slow, it's that it's dangerous. When there's a contamination outbreak, every single day spent digging through that paper jam trying to find the source is a day that costs lives.
So let's just break it down. These are the core failures. First, the data is siloed, meaning everyone has their own little piece of the truth, but there's no single place to see the whole picture. Second, the processes are all manual, which makes them super vulnerable to simple human error and, of course, to fraud. And because of all that, any kind of compliance is reactive. We're always looking backwards after disaster has already happened. It makes real-time trust basically impossible to verify.
Okay, so that's the giant tangled problem. But what if? What if you could build a system that never gets tired, that never makes a typo, and that can't be fooled? Let's talk about the solution, because a company called VeriPura is tackling this head-on.
So what is VeriPura? Well, it's an AI-first platform designed to solve this exact problem. It brings together two really powerful technologies. First, it uses artificial intelligence to automatically read and make sense of all that chaotic paperwork. Then, it uses blockchain to lock in all that verified data, creating a single digital record that, and this is key, can't be secretly changed by anyone.
Here's how it works in practice, and it's pretty straightforward. Step 1, all that messy paperwork gets uploaded into the system. Step 2, the AI gets to work. It instantly scans, digitizes, and validates everything, catching errors 24/7. It never sleeps. And then, step 3, all of that verified info gets locked onto a blockchain, creating a permanent, unchangeable, tamper-proof record that everyone involved can see and trust.
Now this is where you see the real-world impact. In a famous case study with Walmart, it took them 7 full days to trace a contaminated product back to its original farm using the old paper method. With a system like VeriPura, 2 seconds. That's not just an upgrade, that is a complete game changer for food safety.
Just think about that for a second. In a public health crisis, what could authorities do with nearly 7 extra days? How many people could be warned? How many illnesses could be prevented? How many lives could be saved? That time difference is everything.
But this is about more than just preventing disasters. This kind of technology creates this incredible ripple effect of trust and value that spreads across the entire supply chain, from the smallest family farm all the way to the biggest supermarket chain.
And for you and me, the people actually eating the food, it becomes amazingly simple. Imagine scanning a QR code on an apple in the grocery store and instantly seeing all of this.
The exact GPS coordinates of the farm where it grew, its sustainability certificates, even the temperature it was kept at while it was being shipped. That is total transparency, right in the palm of your hand.
And as you can see, the benefits are really designed to spread across the entire system. Farmers get to prove their sustainable practices. Exporters and importers get their shipments cleared way faster with fewer errors. Regulators get instant perfect data for audits. And of course, consumers like us, we get real confidence in what we're buying and feeding our families.
So what really makes this different? I mean, there are other platforms out there, right? Well, that AI-first approach is the key. It was built from the ground up to solve that international paper jam. It's not generic, it's focused on fully automating all those different document types, which turns verification from something that takes days into something that takes seconds.
So let's zoom out for the big picture here, because this isn't just about a new piece of software or a cool app. What we're really talking about is a fundamental change in how the entire world trades food. This is the food trust revolution.
And this right here is the main takeaway. This technology represents a move away from a system based on fragile, easily faked paper to a brand new system built on real, verifiable digital trust that works instantly across any border.
Which kind of leaves us with this final thought. In our complex global world, maybe the most important thing we should be importing isn't a product at all, but the trust that comes with it. The only question is, are we ready to make that shift?